Hi, my name is Pipaluk, and I'm from Greenland. Please like and subscribe. I was raised in a small village by my amazing single mom, who was a farmer. We didn't have a lot, but we were really happy. She was my best friend. Once, when I was 5, Mom and I were at a funeral when suddenly I yelled, "Ew! Mom, did you just fart?" As I turned around to look, Mom turned red.
Of course not. This child is so silly. I've never in my life.
You're such a liar, Mom. I hear you do it all.
Pipaluk, stop it.
Stinky, liar, pants on fire. By now, everyone was roaring with laughter as Mom chased me around and I ran ahead singing, "She farted, she farted." I was in a lot of trouble later, but I realized something. I'd made people laugh and I really enjoyed that. After that, I became the joker of the village. Mom thought I was hilarious too, as long as I wasn't joking about her. Once when I was 14, I'd taken my cows out for grazing in the fields, when suddenly I saw a bird drop to the ground. I ran to it and saw that it was hurt. As I tried dressing its wound, 2 strange girls came running up to me.
Hey, cow dung! That bird is my prey, so back off! Yeah, do what my boss said.
"You hit this poor creature? Pick on someone your own size, witch."
Okay, you asked for it!
And with that, she jumped on me and we broke into a fight. I kicked her in her stomach, and as she howled in pain, I ran to my cow and went back home. Soon after I got there, I realized the 2 had followed me. They started complaining to Mom that I'd beat them up. She started it!
Oh, you horrible girl! I think you burst my appendix. Yeah, Auntie. I saw how your daughter kicked my boss. Wait, I'll show you.
She took some steps back and ran straight to the mean girl, kicking her hard in the stomach.
Ow! You moron! Boss, I'm sorry. So sorry.
As the 2 ran out, Mom and I were laughing our heads off. What idiots! I found out later they were some city brats who'd come on a school trip to the village. Thank God I wouldn't be seeing them around again. A few days later, when I got back from school, I was surprised to see a big car outside our house. I stepped in to find a wealthy-looking man talking to Mom.
The doctors think it's safe for Pipaluk to move back to the city now. I can never thank you enough for taking care of my child.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Oh, Pipaluk, how lovely and grown up you are.
Who are you and what's going on? Mom! And what she said next turned my world upside down.
He's your real dad, Pipaluk, and your real mum died soon after you were born. You had some mysterious disease, and the doctor said you had to be raised in the village till your teens. So your dad left you with me, and now he's here to take you.
You never thought of telling me this. And what am I? Another animal on your farm that you keep and give away whenever you like? I thought you were my mom.
I'm sorry, Pipaluk, but you're not my real daughter. Your dad has been giving me money to take care of you, and now you must go with him.
Her words were a big blow to me. I had to leave, and I did with a heavy heart. But my dad seemed really nice, and I felt myself warming up to him. He dropped another bombshell on me, though. Apparently, I had a sister, too. Her name was Ani, and she was a year older than me. A few hours later, I arrived at my new home in the city, which was a huge mansion. As Dad led me inside, he told a servant to go get my sister, and when she walked in, I nearly had a stroke. It was one of the girls I'd met in the village, the mean girl's minion.
Cow dung, what are you doing here?
You 2 have met?
Yeah, I met cow dung on a school trip. Why is she here, Dad?
Stop calling her that. Her name is Pipaluk, and I told you I was getting your sister.
Yeah, but I thought you meant you were getting me a cute little puppy.
Dad warned her to be nice to me, but the minute he left the room, she whipped out her phone and called the mean girl.
Hello, boss. I've got some really gross news. Dad got me a sister, and it's cow dung. Yeah, the same girl from the village. Okay, I'll keep reporting over and out.
Gosh, of all the people in the world, I had to have this mad girl as my sister. It was summer break, and school hadn't started yet. I thought I'd get to bond with Dad, but he wasn't around much. He was mostly away for work and would give us gifts when he returned. But otherwise, it was just me and Ani at home, and I tried to avoid her as much as possible. A few weeks later, Dad hosted a grand dinner for some guests, and it was the first time I'd ever been to a party like that. Suddenly, Ani came running in with some things Dad got on his last trip.
Dad, your gifts are always so cheap. Why did you get me a calculator when I asked for a new cell phone? You wait till I steal yours.
A cell phone won't change your math grade from an F. but a calculator might help you get a D. Now go away and let me introduce Pipaluk to everyone. Come here, love. Meet my daughter. Guys, this one's really smart.
For the first time, I felt bad for Ani. Dad had basically just called her dumb in front of everyone. A week later, I joined Anie's school, and as soon as we entered the building, she ran to her boss, whose name was Diana. She smirked when she spotted me.
Well, well, you turned out to be really lucky, didn't you? But don't think for a second that you actually belong here. You will always be the uncivilized monkey whose best friends are cows. Ha ha ha!
That's a compliment because cows are amazing. And yes, I'm quite lucky and rich enough to have a private zoo for donkeys like you. The kids standing around us snickered and Diana looked furious. Apparently, lots of people in school didn't like her because she was mean, and they warmed up to me instantly. I made plenty of friends in no time because I could always make people laugh. Soon, I found out about a stand-up comedy contest at school, and I immediately signed up. Just then, Ani came running and pushed me aside and wrote Diana's name on the sheet too. Jeez! The night before the show, I was rehearsing my script in my room when I noticed Ani peeking through the door. Hey, you can't steal my jokes for Diana!
As if she needs your jokes. She's gonna win anyway.
How can you be so sure?
My cat told me cats are really good at predicting the future.
Okay, then tell me something. Why do you like being Diana's minion? You're just as pretty and rich as she is.
Are you crazy? Diana's so much prettier than me.
Says who?
Diana does. She's been saying that since we were kids, and she would never lie to me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to practice my clapping for the show tomorrow.
This girl was mental, but I'd started to realize that she wasn't evil like Diana, just really dumb. On the day of the contest, I gave my best on the stage and got quite a few laughs. And then it was Diana's turn. She stepped up in front of the mic and said,
Hello, judges! Before I begin, I'd like to tell you that I'm the most beautiful comedy queen of the school!
Suddenly, Anne laughed out loud.
Ha ha ha! Wow, very funny!
Diana glared at her.
Where was I? Yeah, so all my friends say I have the best sense of humor. Ha ha ha! Oh my god, what a joke! You're killing me, Diana!
And she laughed so hard she fell off her chair. Everybody started laughing too, and Diana looked super embarrassed. She screamed and jumped off the stage after Anne, who yelled,
Ah! What, boss? You told me to laugh!
But later, when the results were announced, I was declared the winner! I ran home happily to tell Dad, but he wasn't home as usual. So I called him up. Dad, you won't believe this. I got first place in the comedy contest. You should have seen how everyone loved it.
Oh, that's great, honey.
Yeah, it's Dad. Hello? Can you hear me? He just hung up the phone. At that moment, I really missed my mom. She would have been so proud of me. Probably not. She said I wasn't her daughter and made me leave. She wouldn't care either. As I was going to my room, I walked past Annie's room and saw her sitting on her bed, crying like a baby. Hey, what's wrong? Can I sit here?
Yeah, sit. But a little away from me because boss says cow dung stinks.
Oh, come on now, tell me. Why are you crying? It's about Diana, right?
Yeah, I did what she told me to. I laughed at her jokes to make her win, but now she's mad at me. She didn't even post my video on her TokTok account today.
What video and what account? She showed me Diana's TokTok account, where she uploaded Ane's videos, doing absurd things like standing on a table and doing a stupid dance, jumping like a frog on the street, even acting like Diana's puppy in one video. What the freaking fish? Diana has been using my sister as a joke to get followers. Don't you see the problem with this, Ane?
What? Diana's making me popular. Maybe I'll get so famous I'll be cast in comedy movies one day.
Ane was just watching the views on her videos and smiling. This Diana was a jerk, and I had to think of some way to teach her a lesson. And the very next day, I walked into the cafeteria with Ani, and we found Diana bragging loudly to a group of girls.
This is your first time going to France, loser. I've been there so many times. Actually, I was planning on seeing the fashion show in Paris this coming weekend, but my old grandma passed away last night. Ugh, just ruined my plans.
And Ani started to wail.
Oh my god, what? Granny died last night. But wait, I spoke to her this morning, when I called your house. This doesn't make any sense, and she said you guys were going to the village on the weekend.
As Diana's lie was caught and everyone started to laugh, she looked livid.
You don't know anything because you're a complete moron. Why can't you just keep your mouth shut?
Diana raised her hand to slap her, but I stepped in and pushed her back. Don't you dare touch my sister. Stay away from her. And you're not using her anymore for stupid videos or anything else, you black-hearted donkey. I knocked her down to the ground, and Annie jumped in too. While the two wrestled and screamed, I grabbed Diana's phone and deleted the TokTok account and all the videos. We got suspended for a few days for attacking Diana, but it was totally worth it. Dad wasn't mad at me when he found out, but he went totally bonkers on Annie.
You already don't do much to make me proud, and now you've gotten yourself suspended. I don't know what I've done to deserve a dumb daughter like you.
Aine went crying to her room and I felt terrible. Later that evening, I decided I'd talk to Dad about not being so mean to her all the time. I went into his study and he wasn't there, but I found his laptop open with an email from his lawyer that left me shook. The will left by Pipaluk's mother cannot be changed. She is the sole heiress of all her mother's wealth, and you as the stepfather get nothing. We will have to find some other way to get a hold of that orphan's money. Wait! Dad was my stepdad. My mother had left me money and he was trying to take it.
Why are you snooping around?
Can you explain this email, Dad? Or should I say stepdad?
Yeah. I'm not your father. Your mother left me for someone else and had you. But then they both died. And the police left you with me because there was no one else. I left you in the village with some poor woman who wanted a child so badly she didn't even take any money. I only brought you back because I needed you to sign some papers. But it looks like it's no use. So you can just go back to your idiot mother while I figure something out.
And what about my money? You can't have it.
Oh, yes, I can. And I will. What are you gonna do about it?
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. This man was pure evil. I ran upstairs and started packing my things. I wasn't staying here another minute. But as I was leaving, I heard police sirens, and there were cops at the door to arrest Dad for theft and fraud.
You called the police, Pipaluk?
No, I did. I heard everything you and Dad were talking about, Pipaluk, and then I snuck down to his study and sent his emails to the police.
How could you do this to your own father, Anne?
Because you're a crook, and you're not a good father either. My whole life you've told me I'm stupid and not good enough. Well, I deserve better than you. Take him away.
The cops took him away, and I turned to hug her tight. You're amazing, Anne.
But you're still leaving me to go with your mom, right?
No, I'm taking you with me. Mom said she took money to keep me, but I just knew in my heart that wasn't true. Your dad made her say that to make me leave with him. She's the most amazing mom, Annie, and she would love to have you too.
Are you sure?
100%. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Brittany from Philadelphia. Please like and subscribe. I was raised by my single German mom who moved to the US before she had me. And she wasn't a very conventional mom. For starters, I was allowed to call her by her name, Julia, and other people just didn't get that.
Carol, excuse me. Can I please go to the bathroom?
It's Ms. Carol. Honey, you don't call adults by their first names like you say, Mom. You don't use her name.
Yeah, I do. I call her Julia all the time. What's wrong with that, Carol?
She thought I was being cheeky and got mad, and I really didn't understand why. But after that, I started using Miss, Mr., or Mrs. with names of everything in her class, just to be on the safe side. Mr. Apple, Ms. Banana, Mrs. Pencil, and for some reason, that annoyed her too. Mom always treated me more like her best friends forever than her daughter, and we could have candid conversations about anything.
How many boyfriends have you had, Julia?
5.
Can I have a boyfriend?
Sure, but I warn you, boys are annoying.
Was my dad annoying?
He was the worst. Lazy, stupid, jerk. He always stole my chocolates. I'm glad he's not around.
Okay. Is he Santa Claus? Real?
Of course not. I buy your amazing presents, not some fat old men.
I thought so, Julia.
Life was pretty good till a woman moved next to us in the 3rd grade. She had a son who seemed to be my age, and Mom and I were excited to welcome them to the neighborhood. But the lady didn't seem too happy to see us.
What is it? You woke me up from my nap.
Oh, we just brought you a butter pecan pie.
A what now?
A butter pecan pie. That's just her German accent.
Sounds really weird. I'll return the dish once we've eaten it.
Okay, Danke.
What did you say?
I said, okay, Danke.
Who are you calling a donkey, you weirdo?
And then she smashed the pie in Mom's face. Mom lost it and attacked her, and several neighbors had to stop them from ripping each other's hair out. I tried telling the lady and her son that Danke means thank you in German, but they just wouldn't listen. And that was the day an endless war started between the two houses. Alan's mom worked the night shift and slept during the day, so Mom made sure she did everything noisy during that time, like mowing the lawn, hammering nails in the wall for hanging pictures, and playing the drums. Yeah, she bought a drum set just for that purpose. And in turn, we'd often find our washed laundry in the mud, dog poop on our doorstep, our newspaper, crosswords always done, and trash outside our gate.
Hey, you pick this up before I come and kick your bottom.
You should go back inside. There's already enough garbage on the street.
Our moms also kept calling the cops on each other.
They were playing their music too loud.
We were not. They're keeping an illegal animal in that house.
We just own a cat, you moron. But you've been keeping lice in your hair and spreading it in the neighborhood. Officer, arrest her.
We shared a wall, and one time, Mom was playing music, and Alan's mom started banging on the wall. Mom got pissed and banged even harder. Then Alan's mom punched a hole through the living room wall with a broom.
You stupid cow! You've ruined my wall!
It's not your wall. Huh? It's mine.
Alan and his mom tossed a bunch of trash through the hole, and of course, we returned the favor. And for me and Alan, our feud didn't even stay at home. We made each other miserable in school with stupid pranks. One day, I discovered slime in my locker, and Alan talking trash about me to his friends in the hallway. I'd had enough, so I threw water on him.
Wow, you smell terrible.
I'll get you for that, Brittany.
Ooh, I'm scared. You gonna get your mom to punish me, you mama's boy?
I can take care of myself, you ugly monkey.
There was never a moment of peace between us. And then, in 9th grade, our moms both came to school for the school play and started fighting over a seat.
Hey, that's mine. It doesn't have your name on it.
If it did, how would you know? It's not like you can read English.
They started shoving and scratching each other. A couple of teach had to drag them out of the auditorium as Alan and I looked on in horror. Seemed like everyone was talking about us.
I don't think I've ever felt so embarrassed in my entire life.
Seriously, I wish the ground would swallow me whole.
Wow, look at us. We actually agree on something.
And honestly, I was getting a little sick of it all. We had done about as many nasty things as we could to each other, and I was beginning to wonder what the point of it was.
Julia, why don't we just move and put all this behind us? No! That's exactly what that woman wants! And I won't let her have it!
But there were more and more days where I saw Alan, and it wasn't my first instinct to glare at him or call him stupid or throw my drink in his face. And I started noticing a similar change in Alan. I think the two of us had reached the same conclusion. We had outgrown this feud. We weren't friends, not at all, but we weren't really enemies anymore either, which somehow led us to being partnered for a class project.
Oh, great. Stuck with you. Are you gonna set my notebook on fire or stab me with a pencil?
Look who's talking. You threw rotten eggs through my bedroom window and put a dead fish in my mailbox. I'm not exactly thrilled either.
Ugh, whatever. Let's just get it over with.
We knew there would be a huge fight if either of us told our mothers we were working together. So we kept it a secret and met up in parks and cafes. I didn't expect to enjoy myself, but weirdly, I did. One day, I caught him staring at me.
What are you looking at?
I always thought your face looked like a rotten tomato, but when you smile, you're kind of cute.
Oh yeah, your face looks like a raisin.
Raisins are sweet and they're good for you.
The next day, Alan gave me a basket of golden raisins with its silly note that made me smile. Alan was actually really funny. He made me laugh more than anyone else, and I could almost forget all the things he'd done to make me angry over the years.
Brittany, I know our moms hate each other, but I was thinking.
You mean you finally got that brain of yours to work?
Haha, very funny. Truth is, I don't hate you. I'm not sure if I ever really did.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Even after the project was done, we kept sneaking around and hanging out as much as we could, watching movies and taking long walks. And the more time I spent around him, the more I started realizing that I liked him.
Alan, I think
You've fallen head over heels for me. You've been struck by Cupid's arrow. You can't get enough of me, and you think about me all the time.
I wouldn't say all that.
Okay, fine. If you were gonna say that you liked me, then you should know that I like you too.
So, what should we do about it?
I have some ideas.
Then Alan pulled me close and kissed me. Our moms were still getting into fights, but that didn't mean we had to be a part of it. When we were in school, we could totally pretend none of that drama was real. And afterwards, we would hang out in places where our moms weren't likely to find us. Sometimes, we even used the hole connecting her houses to talk. After our moms had gone to sleep, things seemed to finally be going well, mostly.
When should we tell our moms?
Don't you think it's too soon?
Considering that they hate each other, it seems like any time would be bad. Besides, aren't you still sick of sneaking around behind their backs? I'm not really used to keeping secrets from my mom.
I guess you're right. Why don't you come over for this big family dinner Mom's hosting tomorrow? And I can introduce you as my girlfriend. Then she won't make a scene in front of so many people. Trust me.
That night, I showed up at the party all decked out, and Alan greeted me at the door.
Wow, you look amazing.
You look good too. Aside from the sweat on your forehead.
I'm just a little nervous. I'll be fine.
The house was filled with guests, and they were really nice to me. A few minutes later, we all went to the dining room, and that's when Alan's mom walked in with the roast chicken and saw me.
What is that awful girl doing here? Alan?
Alan was about to speak, but then suddenly, he pushed me away instead.
I have no idea, Mom. She must have snuck in. She has a crush on me, and she's just obsessed, like a psycho stalker.
I was so shocked and hurt, I couldn't even move or speak.
You horrible child! Get off my property at once or I'll call the police!
And went running out the door in tears. And when my mom found me sobbing on my bed later, I told her what had happened. She was beyond furious.
I'm not going to let them both get away with this.
Julia, can't we please just move away? I'm so sick of all this fighting.
No, we are staying right here and we are planning revenge.
She came up with all these crazy ideas for how I could embarrass him at school or out in public. And some of them involved his mom. I was getting so frustrated that my brain was about to explode.
Just stop!
What do you mean, stop? You haven't even heard the rest of the plan.
I'm sick of this. I don't want to be part of your stupid plan.
There's no need to be rude to your mother. If you have a better plan, share it.
Oh my God! You are not hearing me. I'm tired of this stupid feud, and I don't care about getting revenge on anyone. And I wish you would act like a mother for once.
I ran outside and bumped right into Alan.
What are you doing here?
Brittany, look, I don't have much time. My mom's out and I wanted to say.
I don't care about what you have to say. We decided to tell your mom about us, and you chickened out and lied about everything.
Wait, please. I know I was a jerk and a coward and I shouldn't have acted like that. I just froze up.
Congratulations on your self-awareness. Now get out of my way.
You don't understand. My mom's terrifying. She gets that crazy look in her eyes. I can't make her mad. She's really hard on me. But I know that's not a good excuse and I really am sorry. I love you so much I want to shout it from the rooftops. I hate hiding things and living like this.
What if we didn't have to hide it?
Our moms will never see eye to eye.
We need to find a way, if you really care enough.
Of course I do.
Both our moms were on alert because of what had happened. So we had to be extra careful sneaking around and meeting up, which led to some pretty close calls. And then a day came when we were hanging out at the park, and suddenly my mom popped out of the bush.
Aha! I knew something was going on. How could you? Brittany?
Mom, Alan. Suddenly, Alan's mom appeared from behind another bush.
Why would you associate yourself with that awful girl?
Because we love each other.
Your evil daughter has brainwashed my son.
More like your demon son has brainwashed my daughter.
Our mom had a huge argument. It was insane. But Alan and I looked at each other and just ran away from there. We were done. And for the next 3 days, we hid at my friend's house and made her swear not to tell our mothers. After a while, our moms reported us missing and flyers of our faces were posted all over the city.
You know we can't do this forever, Brittany.
I know, but I'm not sure I'm ready to go back yet.
I'm not either, but we have to, eventually.
The next morning when we went home, both our moms came running out, pulling us into hugs and sobbing.
Brittany, where have you been? I was very sick.
Alan, how could you do this to your poor mother?
Alan took my hand as we faced them together.
Alan and I are together. That's not gonna change just because you can't get along with his mom. We've always been so close, Julia, but you're ruining our relationship and making me miserable. I need you to stop being so selfish.
Don't make us choose between you two and our relationship. You both need to respect our decision. You don't have to like each other, but you need to respect and tolerate each other. If you want us in your lives, you got it.
Our moms looked at us and then at each other. And for the first time that I could remember, they didn't start fighting. Instead, they shook hands.
All right, this doesn't mean we're friends though, but can we call our truce?
Gross. Why would I think we're friends? But yeah, truce.
Suddenly, I saw one of Mom's menacing security guards racing toward me. I sprinted through the airport, my suitcase wheels spinning faster than my excuses for late homework. But up ahead, another security guard blocked the exit. Luckily, a team of cheerleaders passed by, shaking pom-poms. I wrestled for one. Give it, or I'll cartwheel you out on the runway. I covered my face with a pom-pom, but I knew I was trapped. And then I saw the man of my dreams waiting for his new wife. Okay, let's back up. My name is Malika, and from an early age, I knew my mom was different from other moms.
Mom, some kid is bullying me.
So, which option would you choose for him? I could have him dumped in the middle of the forest and let him wander there for a few days? Or would you prefer a deserted island?
Oh no, Mom! I was just kidding. He did nothing. I just wanted to see if you'd care. Love you. You're the best.
I stopped her just in time. The kid never bothered me again. Actually, I never saw him at school as he moved. But that was my mom, the undisputed queenpin of our family, and lived a life straight out of The Sopranos. And growing up, I desperately wanted her to change. We could have a normal life, sunbathing with no guards.
Okay, you're right.
No more bulletproof vests. Wait, what?
We can do a little travel to the old country, just the two of us.
I was excited for some real mom-daughter time, but at the airport, everything changed.
We'll do the normal life thing, but first, I need you to marry this guy.
What?
He's the son of my enemy. This way, he can become an empire. Do it for the family.
Ugh, really? Guess mom's never gonna change. I fake smiled, excused myself for the bathroom, and while she wasn't looking and busy giving orders, I dashed off to buy a ticket for any plane leaving soon. My heart was racing, but I was saint being part of her chess game. I needed to be me, to live my own story. Goodbye forever. When I landed, I thought I might just get away with it. But the next minute, I was hiding from her guards behind a pom-pom. And then suddenly, I saw this studious-looking girl who, if she removed her glasses, looked almost like me arguing over the phone.
I know the priest swears they're a good family, but isn't it weird that they just called this week and you even agreed to send me over just because he's a little richer than us? And why didn't we send a photo first? Oh, right! You never liked any of my pictures enough to show them. Still, I don't like this arranged marriage thing at all. What?
Mom's security guards were getting closer and closer.
Mom? Yeah, who cares if he's in the police force? What if he chews loudly when he eats or trims his toenails in the sink? And if he spills Melina wrong on the airport sign, I will freak out.
Oh no! Her mom was also trying to fix this poor girl up with someone. As fate would have it, a walking Pinterest board for male beauty appeared holding a Melina sign. Boy, that Melina is lucky. Wait, he hasn't met this Melina yet. I could do this, right? Pretend to be her, just for a while. Just to escape. I took a deep breath and marched towards him, my heart racing with every step. Yeah, maybe he would catch me, but I had to take a chance. I ran towards my newly arranged marriage.
Do you have sunburn, or are you always this hot? Nice to finally meet you, Rory. I'm Melina.
Weird. I was told you were really serious.
Well, yeah,
And that you'd be taller.
Taller? Oh, yeah. That's because of the heels. Today, I thought I'd come as the real me. Shush! I'm having travel sickness, so we need to leave the airport now.
Later, at his place, I met the mom I never had but always wanted. She was all sugar and no spice, the total opposite of my mom.
So, dear, what are your dreams?
To not end up in the family business and fleeing for my own wedding.
Oh no, I blurted out. Thankfully, she laughed, probably thinking I was joking. However, Rory wasn't convinced.
What's going on? Who are you?
For a second, I thought it was all over. But now it wasn't that simple. I had one more trick up my sleeve.
Oh, Rory, you caught me. I'm actually an international spy on a secret mission, and I thought you'd make the perfect cover husband.
Before he could say anything else, his mom stopped his interrogation and he stormed off. But then he tripped on the stair step, and we couldn't help but laugh, like we'd been best friends forever. Once she caught me staring into space, secretly freaking out about Mom, and she sat down with me and held my hand.
If you're worried about anything, just tell me. Honey, I'll always be here for you.
Part of me just wanted to tell her the truth, but I couldn't. This was exactly the life I'd always wanted. But then, a few hours later, Rory's mom's phone went off.
Oh, a big hi.
Hey, Melina, it's your mom.
I jumped for the phone as quickly as a cat chasing a laser and snatched it out of her hands. I tried to hang up, but I was so nervous I couldn't hit the right button.
My daughter had to come back because your son never showed up. I thought you were serious and good people. The deal is off.
Luckily, Rory's mom didn't hear that, and at least Melina won't be coming to Rory's house anytime soon. Finally, I managed to hang up, and I blocked her number. Then, I only had to fake smile and go on with the conversation.
Hey Mom, what's up? Yeah, I got here just fine. The weather, 100% chances of charming conversations and cozy family vibes.
Rory's mom laughed happily when I pretended to hang up with my mom. She gave me a big hug.
Just to think, Rory didn't want to take your number in the first place. I had to force him to meet up with you. It was the best thing I ever did.
I loved her. Although Rory's mom already treated me like her own daughter, Rory was still icier than a snow cone in a freezer. But that changed. One afternoon, we were walking in the park when his mom, while trying to feed some ducks, fell into the lake. She didn't know how to swim, so she started screaming for help. I immediately jumped into the water to rescue her like a superhero, only to remember seconds later, I didn't know how to swim either, so I started screaming for help. Rory ran towards us and jumped into the lake too. And guess what? Yeah, he didn't know how to swim either. Still together, the three of us were able to float to shore and get out of the lake safe and sound.
I'm sorry. I panicked and didn't know what to do.
Don't apologize. You were pretty brave.
He smiled for the first time. I couldn't help but blush.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Wow, did he, care? Wait, did I care? Then I noticed that my phone was completely soaked. It was still spitting water. Oh no! I was about to give it mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. But Rory took it and coolly went off to perform some tech surgery till it was as good as new.
What a dream! Thanks!
You're welcome.
From that moment on, Rory was even sweeter than his mom. It was almost like that drowning incident had made him fall for me, and I was starting to feel the same. I was having the best time of my life, but then my nightmare finally came true. Melina and her mom showed up. Apparently, Rory's mom told everyone how happy she was with me, and the word reached them.
Mom, you were right about us needing to come here. There's something not right. And you're the imposter. You think you can just waltz in and take over my life?
I never wanted this. I was just trying to escape my mom.
I had to come clean and tell them everything, but they were still super mad. Then I turned to Rory and his mom.
I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you.
Rory's mom had tears in her eyes, and he couldn't even look at me. I felt like the most dreadful person in the entire world. And at that moment, I knew I had to leave. I didn't get very far before I saw 5 of Mom's security. They must have tracked my phone. Just as they went to grab me, I threw sand in their faces and ran back to Rory's house. But the door was closed. I knocked and knocked and knocked.
Please, Rory. I know I don't deserve any help, but I can't marry the guy my mom wants me to. Please help me.
Suddenly, the 5 security guards were behind me. Right at that moment, the door finally opened and Rory stepped out. My hero. He held my hands, and I felt my whole body tingle. I knew you weren't going to leave me just like that. The truth is, I think I love. Rory turned me around to face Mom's security.
Here, take her.
Wait, what?
Rory wasn't saving me. He was handing me over to Mom's security.
I knew I couldn't trust you. Like I was saying, the truth is, I loathe you.
Despite my kicking and screaming, Rory turned his back on me. So it was just me against them. Time to show them what I'm capable of. I channeled my inner John Wick and leapt forward with a powerful flying kick. Take this! They just caught me in midair and dragged me off. Looks like I need to keep practicing my combat moves. Soon, we arrived at Mom's private jet.
You betrayed your family! Now get ready for your wedding!
I started crying, but didn't complain. Maybe it was my destiny. We were just about to take off when suddenly sirens whirred and a bunch of police showed up. I couldn't believe it. They arrested Mom and all her men. I was so confused and scared. But there on the runway stood Rory.
I had to make it look like I was helping them. As soon as you left, I let the authorities know. I'm actually not a cop myself, but I'm the IT guy for the police force, so got connections.
You shouldn't have done that!
What? I thought you wanted me to help you.
Not by involving the police!
Before he could reply, I saw Mom escape. I couldn't just let her get away like that and ran after her.
Mom, stop! Please!
I chased her till we reached the edge of a small cliff and there was nowhere to run.
You traitor! How could you call the police on me?
I didn't, Mom. You think I don't know that? You're probably on every wanted list in the country. And if the police ever got their hands on you, you'd be in prison for a long time.
Then why are you chasing me? To hand me over to them?
Who said that's why I came after you? I just didn't want you to leave without saying goodbye. That was clearly not the answer Mom was expecting. I accept you for who you are, Mom. You're a mafia boss, and even a decade in jail isn't going to reform you. You'd probably be leading criminal activities from inside a prison cell, too. You can't change someone just by wishing they were different. So I'm not even gonna try. But I do get to choose what I want for my life. And that definitely doesn't involve following your orders or going down the same path as you. You'll have to accept that about me, too.
Mom stood silent for a few seconds, then suddenly stepped forward and hugged me.
I know I'm not like other moms.
No kidding.
But I do love you in my own way also. I see myself in you. And I think you have the makings of a good mafia queen.
Really? Really not interested?
You might change your mind one day.
Don't hold your breath. You should leave now before the cops get here. You'll stay in touch, right?
Of course. And you don't need to worry about money either. I'll find a way to get it to you every month. I'll see you sooner than you think, love.
Stay safe, Mom.
And with that, I let her run off into the forest while I went back and told the cops she'd gone in the opposite direction. I apologized to Rory about my outburst, and I think he knew I let Mom escape, but he never brought it up again. We went back to his house, and after I explained more about my whole scary and traumatic mom thing, Rory's mom forgave me and hugged me too. I moved into a tiny apartment close to Rory's house, but I spend most of my evenings with him and his mom, sharing home-cooked meals and laughter, and it's the happiest I've ever been. Now, a year later, I'm flying off to the Cayman Islands for a 2-week vacation. And yeah, you guessed it, my mom picked the spot. But hey, I'm not complaining.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Giselle. Don't forget to like and subscribe and rock on.
My baby sister Elora and I were raised by our single mother who got sick and went into a coma when I was 12 and Elora was 8. Our lives flipped upside down. Even more so when we found out we'd have to live with our Aunt Mona. She was Mom's careless older sister whom she didn't like, and we never even met her. But she was our only relative, so it was probably a better deal than foster care. Aunt Mona was a free-spirited, adventurous young woman who was backpacking solo around the world when we interrupted her life. In a blink of an eye, she went from one of the youngest people to have ever climbed Mount Everest to a single mom of 2 girls she didn't give birth to. And she didn't have a clue about how to take care of children, like knowing that kids run away when you aren't paying attention. Yeah, she once lost Elora at the mall and found her hours later. And they were both traumatized by that incident. But sometimes it also made her the coolest guardian any kid could ask for. She didn't force us to eat broccoli, she allowed candy before dinner, and we stayed up as late as we wanted binge-watching TV. My sister Elora would sometimes use that to her advantage. Despite being an overall easygoing kid, and as the younger one, she required more care from Mona, who would try to force that responsibility on me.
I don't know what to do. Giselle, help me out here. I've never had to deal with children before you guys came along.
No, Mona. She obviously cannot adopt this wild snake as a pet.
I don't want her to resent me for refusing her that. Can you please tell her yourself?
In these situations, I always ended up being the party pooper. While those two got closer, Mona remained an irresponsible adult, spoiling my sister. And Elora definitely preferred her cool aunt over her protective older sister. On top of everything else, Elora was an A-grade student, so Mona was always proud of her.
Maybe you should be more like Elora, because if you keep up with those grades, you won't be able to get into college.
Who said I want to go to college? I want to be a guitarist in a metal band.
Well, you have to graduate from college first. Then do whatever you want. Your mom wouldn't have wanted any other way. Also, this is just a phase.
It's not a phase, Mona. It's who I am. And don't bring my mom into this. She always supported my talents, and she was chill. I'm sure she would support my music too.
I grew up with her, so I know her better than you.
Do you, though? The last time I checked, Mom never lied you because you always put yourself first. Also, Did you ever go to college? Why are you suddenly acting like some responsible adult?
Don't talk back to me like that. I'm the one who takes care of you, so you need to obey me.
I obey no one. Sorry, you're stuck with us. But I'm old enough to know what's best for me. And I definitely don't need you to take care of me.
Our endless ego duel started with that fight and lasted for a long time. If Mona didn't understand how important music was to me, I couldn't be bothered to convince her I was a misfit in school because I dressed like a goth and was into metal music. But I'd formed a band with some kids I'd met in the park, and being with them was the only time I felt I belonged somewhere. School was a waste of time for me. So when Mona dropped us off every morning, I waited for her to go and then went to practice in an abandoned warehouse with my friends. Life was good, and we were even working on our first album. My bandmates and I decided to play at a very famous local metal festival the coming weekend, but of course, Mona had to overreact massively.
What do you mean, a metal festival? That's no place for a child. Are you trying to send me into a coma with my sister?
Chillax, man. Why are you being so melodramatic?
Maybe because she's worried about you and the company you're keeping. Your friends are a bad influence on you.
Shut up, Mini Raccoon! Your nose out of my business! You're just Mona's butt wipe. Despite all her efforts,
Mona couldn't keep me away from the festival. We had practiced so hard, and I wasn't letting this opportunity slide. The festival was massive, and I was loving the energy of the crowd and getting to see the other bands perform. But just before it was our turn, the police crashed the event and dispersed the crowds because apparently the festival didn't have a permit. My bandmates and I ran faster than Roadrunner until we ended up near the town's historical municipal building. As an act of protest against the way the metalheads were treated, we decided to write messages and spray paint all over the building's old walls. Anarchy was in town, and before we knew it, the police caught up to us and took us to the station. The humiliation I felt when Mona arrived to bail me out was unmatched. I just knew that she would use this card against me for the rest of my life.
See? I told you they're a bad influence. You're hardly ever in school because of them.
What? Young lady, your behavior is out of control. It's about time you learn some discipline. No more metal, and you're forbidden from hanging out with those punks.
Forbidden? You can't force me.
Challenge accepted.
She was very serious. She started dropping into school unannounced to check up on me and chat with my teachers. All this time, I'd been skipping school. I was forging her signature for made-up appointments. And now that cat was out of the bag. But even worse, one day when Mona had dropped in, she witnessed a bunch of mean girls bullying me.
Hey freak! I heard that music festival was a flop and you ended up in jail. I'm sure you deserve that. Your music festival is as bad as your taste in clothes.
Yeah, you're practically a crime against fashion. Weirdo!
But when it happened in front of Mona, I felt like my ego was crushed. I just knew she'd give me some insensitive lecture that I didn't want to hear right now.
Don't listen to them. Only people who are insecure about themselves feel the need to put others down. You're unique and special. You know what you like and you know how to express yourself. Don't allow their words to hurt you.
I was really surprised, but just acted indifferent. I don't care about them or anyone, but I was really glad that she didn't tell me to change my appearance or even gave me some lecture about not standing up for myself that would just make me feel bad. Since that day, something shifted in our dynamics. I started appreciating her as someone who had always done things her own way and wasn't afraid to be herself. I started wondering why Mom disliked her so much. She wasn't all that bad. So one day, when Mona was at her yoga class, I decided to look through her photo albums to see when exactly they stopped talking. As I was digging through some boxes, I found Mona's old diaries. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't help reading them. And I felt like I was getting to know a very relatable and real person with whom I had a lot in common. But then I came upon the entry that made everything clear. Grandpa was a single parent, and he was sick for years when Mona and Mom were teenagers, and their financial situation wasn't the best. So instead of staying with Mom to help her, Mona stole a bunch of Grandma's jewelry and Grandpa's cash, then ran away from home at 18 to go backpacking around the world. Mona's confessions in her diary were her true thoughts. So it wasn't just Mom's opinion of her. She was an irresponsible, selfish older sister who had left Mom to struggle. Mom never had the opportunity to do things she liked because she had responsibilities bigger than her. Ever since she was 15, Mona had stolen Mom's youth. I was so distracted and angry in the following days that I couldn't even focus on band practice, which wasn't good for us because our album was launching soon. We also had a tour planned, and I needed Mona's permission to skip school for 2 weeks and travel around the country. I was already hating that idea, and the conversation didn't go well.
I just want to know where you get your audacity from, Giselle. You get to be your own person, but not before you finish high school. I thought I made that clear. Also, I still don't like your irresponsible bandmates, and I can't let you travel around with them.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, which is important for my future career. And you know what? I can't even take you seriously when I know how irresponsible and selfish you are.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Your lack of responsibility ruined Mom's life. She had to become an adult too soon because her older sister decided to bail on her. And don't try to deny it. I read your own confession in your diary.
You read my diary? This is such an invasion of privacy. I don't want to see your face right now. You're grounded.
Gladly. Plan B it was.
That night, I wrote her a letter and snuck out my window. Not so, dear Mona. When I'm famous and successful, don't come knocking at my door. I want you to remember how terrible you were to me and my mom. Selfish witch. Rock on, Giselle. The adrenaline rush I felt as I left the house in the middle of the night was unmatched. I rushed down our street as fast as I could to my friends who were waiting for me in their van. And so my new life as a rebellious musician began. The next morning, I woke up to 20 missed calls from Mona and 70 voice notes. Alora also left me tons of texts saying Mona was furious and I had to come back home. So I decided to turn off my phone and enjoy the decision I had made. Night after night, we played in different cities across several states, and the crowds loved us everywhere. It felt good being cheered by unknown people, meeting potential connections in the music industry, and getting paid. But after 3 weeks on the road with my bandmates, I started noticing how tiring living in a van with them was. They didn't clean up after themselves and often had the pettiest arguments. They also became lazy and stopped taking this tour seriously. We even missed a couple of shows because they didn't feel like it. I missed hot showers and delicious homemade food. I even felt Mona and Alora's absence, but I couldn't bear to hear Mona's "I told you so" and admit she was kind of right about my friends. I knew I would have some big punishment waiting for me back home. One night after our concert, it was raining heavily, so we decided to stay in a hotel to rest and wait for the rain to stop. But we couldn't afford a good hotel, so the 5 of us had to share a shabby room. And being the youngest, they made me sleep on the floor. And the next morning, we realized that our dream tour had turned into a real nightmare. Is that our van floating down the street? It had rained so much that there was flash flooding in town. Unless we managed to get a boat or build an ark, we couldn't get out. The electricity and internet connection was down too. So we were basically stuck with no contact with the outside world. The next few nights, things got worse as we waited for some help to come. Everyone was scared and hungry. And to top that, my bandmates managed to push all my buttons when they suggested we swim for it. They were morons. I spent all my time regretting the way I'd left. I realized that I'd left Alora with our selfish aunt to pursue my dreams. Kind of what Mona had done to Mom. Now, in this grave danger, I wondered if I'd ever get to see my sister again. But the next morning, we woke up to the loud sound of helicopters. We rushed to the rooftop to see the rescue teams had finally reached our area. And just then, I heard a familiar, high-pitched, distinct voice screaming from a megaphone.
That's her over there. That's my niece.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Mona was here to save me. At that moment, I forgot everything else. And when we were rescued, I hugged her as tight as I could.
How did you even find me?
I'd find you even if you were on Mars. Giselle, you're my little girl, and I would never let anything harm you. I was able to track you from your phone's location. And I know people working in some rescue agencies, so I pulled a few strings.
I'm so sorry for how I left things. You were right about my bandmates, and I regret everything I wrote in that letter.
There's nothing to forgive. You know, I came to your room that night to tell you everything, but you'd already run away. I guess you didn't read my diary entries long enough to know how much I regretted my selfish actions. I spent years reaching out to your mom and trying to it up to her, but she refused to forgive me, and now she never will. But I promised that I'd do my best to take care of you girls. I'm sure she'd forgive you if she saw the person you are now. Aunt Mona.
Alora was waiting for us at home, and she was so happy to see me safe and sound. I had betrayed my sister, and she still received me with open arms.
Don't scare me like that again, and don't leave me.
Never, I promise.
Hey guys, today I'm taking you to the world's top influencer academy, where some of the biggest names on the internet got their start.
The reporter went around interviewing each student. Everyone was buzzing, waiting for their moment on camera.
So we've met all the students, and up next...
Wait, there's still one person left.
Huh?
That's me. I stepped out slowly, feeling super awkward.
Do you even need an interview? What kind of influencer doesn't have a single follower?
Hi, I'm Grace. I'm 18, obsessed with content creation, and currently studying at the most famous influencer academy in the world. Don't forget, like and subscribe. On my very first day, I was stunned. Everyone here looked like they came straight off a magazine cover, but the vibe wasn't exactly friendly. I scanned the room. Only one seat left, way in the back, next to a guy napping on his desk. I walked over and gave him a gentle tap. Mind if I sit here?
Do what you want. Just don't bug me.
Okay. Not friendly, but at least he didn't say no. The result of the first test was a total flop. Everyone got a decent number of followers. I was the only one stuck at 0. I knew I had to step up big time. One afternoon, I passed by a classroom and saw Amanda and Freya filming a bag review. Just listening to their script, I could already tell something felt off. I think the script could hit harder if you tweak a few parts.
Who asked? From advice from the worst student here.
She flipped her hair and walked off. People really didn't think I had any talent.
What parts do you think need fixing?
It was the first time someone asked for my opinion, and honestly, it felt kind of nice, so I gave it my all. To make it pop, try adding a bold slogan like not just a bag, it's a mood. And don't forget the hashtag TikTok made me buy it. It helps with the algorithm.
I'll give that a try.
2 days later, I was eating lunch alone when Freya sat across from me. Her face lit up.
Grace, that video you helped with, it went viral. I gained almost 1 million followers in just 2 days. And now some bag brands even use my slogan in their ads.
I'm really happy it helped. We were still talking when Amanda walked up.
Grace, I'm sorry about how I acted. You're actually really good. Could you help me with my beauty review script?
Weren't you just trashing her the other day? Now you need her help?
It's fine. I'm not mad.
See? She's chill about it. Why aren't you?
There's a trending glow up challenge right now. You could work your products into that. It'd be perfect. And boom! Amanda's video took off too. After that, Amanda and Freya became my first friends at the academy. I helped them film, write scripts, basically everything.
Come over after class. Help me shoot my new video.
Ignore her. Come hang out with me today.
Oh right! I forgot to mention they literally never get along.
We're having a nice moment and somebody just had to ruin it.
Who are you calling somebody?
Gee, I wonder.
Then suddenly, Freya lunged at Amanda. Amanda didn't hold back either, and soon everything turned into complete chaos. Guys, why don't the three of us just hang out together?
In your dream.
In your dreams.
Even though my two besties were rising stars, I was still the most invisible person at the academy. I kept practicing filming videos every day. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Grace.
That voice is boring. Your style is outdated.
It was Ryan.
You could post 100 of these and still be invisible.
Don't judge me.
Just speaking facts. If you don't change, you're never gonna stand out. Haven't your friends told you this?
His words stung, but deep down, he wasn't wrong. Right then, Amanda and Freya popped out of nowhere and stood in front of me like bodyguards.
Stop picking on her.
Then they pulled me away.
Don't let him get to you, Grace.
But he kinda has a point.
No way, you don't need to change. People will love your simplicity. Oh, come over later. We need to fix the script for my next video.
Nope, she's helping me first. I haven't posted in 2 days.
Sorry, I'm really tired. I just want to rest.
Fine, but don't forget to help me later, okay?
Same here.
They walked off so fast. That's when I realized neither of them really cared how I was doing. On the way home, I froze when I caught my reflection in a fashion shop window. Maybe Ryan was right. Maybe I did need to change. I stepped inside and picked out a few outfits.
That one's hideous. Try something else.
Ryan, what are you even doing here? He didn't answer, just browsed through the rack, then shoved a dress into my hands.
Try this. It's one of the top trends this year.
It was just a change of clothes, but somehow I felt like a completely different person.
Seeing you here, I'm glad you understood what I meant.
I want to improve where I fall short.
Need a hand?
I realized, yeah, his mouth could be savage, but his heart was actually pretty sweet. Thanks! Ryan pointed out what I'd been missing in my old videos.
You gotta highlight what you want people to remember. Add emphasis there. Don't keep the same tone all the way through. Play with volume and pacing. Keep viewers hooked.
Thanks to his help, my new videos finally started gaining traction. Follows, comments, likes, they all shot up like crazy. From being totally invisible, I became one of the most talked about students at the academy. Even Amanda and Freya were shook.
You look so pretty these days.
Long time no see. You free later? Help me shoot a new video?
Sorry, I've got plans this afternoon.
Can't you make time for your friends?
You're seriously being so petty right now. So without me, you can't film anything on your own?
They stormed off. Clearly, Tick, I used to think they were my besties, but maybe they just saw me as free labor. For the next test, we had to work in pairs and submit a video. Scores would be based on engagement.
Grace, about the other day. I totally overreacted. We're still besties, right? Wanna team up?
You should pair with me. Our video would definitely go viral.
But I'd already made up my mind. Sorry, I'm teaming up with someone else. I walked straight to Ryan. Wanna partner up for the test?
I'd love to.
The next morning, I was shooketh when Amanda and Freya dropped a video slamming me publicly.
I only saw Grace as a true friend, but ever since she got famous, she's been trying to cut us off.
And honestly, I think she's copying my content, like you can totally see. Similarities in the script structure, editing angles.
What the fudge? I was speechless. Their lies spread like wildfire, and the internet turned on me fast. Then Ryan called.
Grace, are you okay?
I'm gonna expose them.
I'll help you.
I dug through all the old script drafts I'd written for Amanda and Freya, compiled clips from past videos that I had shot and edited ages ago. Then Ryan handed me a USB.
This might help.
I opened it and, holy guacamole, behind-the-scenes footage. While I was out here adjusting scripts and setting up shots, those two were glued to their phones and touching up their hair. Where did you even get this?
I was just practicing camera work and, caught it by accident.
The footage was solid proof. I pulled everything together and made a video called The Invisible Girl Steps into the Spotlight. It became our project submission. The video blew up, people switched sides, they saw the truth, and finally, my work was getting real recognition. That day, the Academy held a ceremony to honor top-performing students. I looked around for Ryan, but I couldn't find him anywhere. While I wasn't paying attention, I accidentally bumped into a classmate. Her coffee slipped out of her hand and a few drops splashed onto my dress. I rushed into the bathroom to clean up the coffee stain. Once I finished, I grabbed the handle to leave, but the door didn't budge. It was locked from the outside. My chest heightened. Hello? Somebody please help me. Then I heard voices behind the door.
Think of this as your lesson for betraying us.
Their footsteps faded down the hallway. I pounded on the door and screamed for help, hoping, praying someone would hear. Just as I was about to break down, the door swung open. Ryan appeared like the hero in a movie.
You're safe now. I'm here.
We rushed back to the auditorium. Right as my name was called, I stepped onto the stage, and you should have seen Amanda and Freya's faces, ghosts white.
Throughout the year, along with the daily input from our teaching staff, we've also had a special judge quietly observing your progress, and today, that very person will present our top student awards.
Everyone started whispering, and then, to everyone's shock, Ryan walked up on stage, calm and collected. Wait, what? It was him.
Watching over this academy, I have seen real talent grow, but I've also seen behavior that shouldn't be ignored. Amanda, Freya, you are officially expelled from the academy.
I didn't do anything.
The school has security cameras everywhere. I have proof. You both locked Grace in the bathroom.
With no way to weasel out, Amanda and Brea were kicked out. No more reputation, no more influence. Let's hope that was a wake-up call. Then Ryan turned to me and handed me the award certificate.
From the start, I saw your potential. I wanted to support you, and I was right. You really did shine.
I smiled. The invisible girl had finally stepped into the light. I was invited to speak at a workshop as an inspirational creator. After it ended, I walked outside, and there was Ryan, already waiting for me at the gate. We had dinner plans.
Is that your boyfriend, Grace?
He's just a friend. Don't be weird. I walked up to him, heart racing a little. Sorry about that. She was totally messing with me.
But I kind of wish it was true.
I blinked. His cheeks were glowing red in the afternoon sunday.
Grace, I like you. Will you be my girlfriend?
I'd love to. Hi, I'm Olivia from Florida. Please like and subscribe. My mom always told me the day I was born was quite an exciting one. At the hospital, when she held me for the first time, she gasped at my eyes. They were midnight blue in the center, with a light blue ring outside. The nurses were stunned too, and, well, a bit confused.
Blue eyes are rare, and you both have brown eyes. Quite unusual.
What are you trying to say, woman? You think this isn't our child? Did you cause a mix-up in the nursery?
No, of course not, sir. I was only saying...
How about you keep your useless opinions to yourself? Her eyes are nothing special to talk about.
And for some reason, it always really annoyed him when people noticed and talked about my eyes, which was every time they met me. And as I grew older, I started realizing that I had a strange power. I could get what I wanted using my eyes. Let me give you an example. Once, when I was 6, I went with my parents to their friend's house who had twins my age. I could tell the boy was really sweet, but the girl didn't like me much. When she left the room for a while, the boy climbed onto her bunk bed and returned with a beautiful doll.
Her eyes are just like yours. I think you should have her.
Oh, wow. Really? Thank you so much.
Hey, thief, you can't have my doll.
But your brother gave it to me. It even looks like me.
It's not his, it's mine. And it looks nothing like you. Witch, let go.
I pulled harder, and suddenly the doll's head snapped off. The girl burst into tears and went running to her parents. Oh boy, I'd be in so much trouble with Dad. Suddenly, I looked deep into the boy's eyes.
And that's what he said, word for word.
The girl's parents apologized to me and scolded her. Over time, I just couldn't help using my eyes more often to get my way. Sometimes I knew it was wrong, but it was just too easy. I only had to look at people with my big baby blues, and teachers would help me. During exams, people would give up their seats on the bus, and if someone got the last hot dog at lunch before me, they were sure to surrender it. By the time I was in high school, I was quite popular with the boys and had my girl gang too. But I knew I wasn't well liked by the mean girls, especially the head cheerleader, Emma. She was the girl whose doll I'd broken as a kid, and she hated me since one day in 9th grade, a group of cheerleaders and jocks in the cafeteria were talking about a cool new movie they were gonna watch that weekend. It sounded like fun, and I wanted an invite, so I walked straight up to this boy, Zach. Hey guys, I was wondering if I could tag along to the movies with you this weekend. Zach hesitated, and then he looked directly into my eyes. I knew what his answer would be.
Of course, Olivia.
Thanks, Zach. You're a sweetheart.
Did you just invite her to the movies without asking any of us?
What's the big deal? I don't think anyone has a problem.
The rest just shrugged, and Emma glared at me before storming off. I was still grinning when I walked over to my locker later, and I found her waiting there.
You're not going to the movies? No way. I don't care what Zach said. You're uninvited.
What are you going to do? Ban my entry into the cinema? You can't. So I'll see you there. I turned to leave, but she knocked my books out of my hand and stepped on them. I grabbed her by the hair, and we broke into a catfight. We both ended up in the principal's office.
And she immediately called our parents.
I didn't do anything. She started it.
I hadn't even touched her. She pulled my hair.
The principal also called in a few witnesses from the hallway, and luckily for me, it was a bunch of boys I knew. I only had to look at them, and they all said Emma was to blame.
No way. She can't get away with everything just by batting her dumb eyes. She looks like an angel, but she's a lying witch who has everyone dancing to her tune.
But Emma got detention while I was let off with just a warning. On the car ride home, though, Mom and Dad were really quiet. But Emma got detention while I was let off with just a warning. On the car ride home, though, Mom and Dad were really quiet.
You've always tried to get your way by manipulating people ever since you were a kid. Now it seems worse than I thought.
Okay, so people are sometimes nice to me and do what I ask. What's so wrong with that?
We'll talk about this tomorrow. You are grounded for a week.
What? Why the heck?
Olivia, enough. You heard what your dad said.
But the next morning, I found them waiting for me in the dining room with a small box on the table. What's this?
Something to cover up your eyes. You need to learn that life isn't so easy, and you can't just get whatever you want.
Inside the box were brown contact lenses. They were the color of mud. Are you kidding me? You think I'm going to wear those?
You have to wear them if you want to continue going to school.
With angry tears, I grabbed the box and ran out of there. It took me a few tries to wear the contacts, but I finally managed, and I hated what I saw staring back at me in the mirror. It wasn't me. At school, I was hoping by some miracle no one would notice, but of course, everyone did.
Why are your eyes suddenly brown? Did your evil spell finally wear off once you got all your wishes?
Everyone's comments made things hard because it felt really embarrassing to say my dad was making me wear brown lenses. I made up some lame excuse about how the doctor had recommended them for an eye condition, but it didn't seem to convince anyone. And suddenly, no one seemed to care about me much. Luckily, a month later, Dad's job caused him to transfer to another state. A fresh start was exactly what I needed. No one in school there would ever know I had blue eyes before. But it was quite strange walking into this new place and not having anyone pay much attention to me. My classmates seemed pleasant enough, but everyone just went off with their groups at lunch. I was sitting outside having lunch under a tree when someone dropped down next to me.
Hello, mind if I join you?
You already have, and I don't mind at all.
Good, because I'm too tired to get up anyway.
Plus, I've been waiting for someone new to show up for ages. All these other girls just talk about boys and makeup, and they think they're from another planet. Or they think I'm from another planet. Her name was Grace, and I warmed up to her instantly. We quickly became close friends, but I just couldn't tell her my stupid secret. A few weeks later, we were sitting on the gym floor, making decorations for an event, when some guys started playing basketball. And suddenly, the ball came flying at me and hit me smack in the face. I opened my eyes, and looking down at me was a gorgeous boy with black hair and the deepest blue eyes ever had. I died and gone to heaven.
Hey, are you okay?
Of course she's not okay, you moron. You could have killed my best friend.
Grace pulled me up, but my knees gave way, and the boy swept me up effortlessly. He carried me to the bleachers and said he'd be back with some water.
Olivia, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I see. Yeah, you aren't fine. And if he has his way, you never will be again.
What do you mean? Just then, the boy returned with a water bottle and knelt beside me.
Really sorry. We should have been more careful.
Oh, don't worry. I don't mind. I mean, it's just a ball, not a rocket. Now that would hurt. I don't know what I'm saying. Maybe I have a concussion, but I'm okay. O-Y-A-K. See? I can still spell. He just smiled at me and ran off to his friends. What a blubbering idiot. I turned to Grace and saw she'd already left. Later that night, I got permission from my parents to stay over at Grace's. So tell me, what do you know about the gym boy?
That's Levi. He's my older brother.
You're what now?
Yeah, I know. Different set of genes. But Olivia, he's a heartbreaker. He changes girlfriends faster than he changes underwear. He knows he's good looking, and he uses it to make girls like him. And then bam, 2 weeks later, some girl is crying in the school bathroom and he's got a new girlfriend.
Really? But he seems sweet.
How would you know? He's my brother, and I'm telling you, he's a jerk.
Is he here, like, right now?
Yeah. But you don't want to talk to him, right? You're here to have a slumber party with me, and I just told you.
He's a jerk. Right. Gotcha.
But I couldn't get Levi off my mind.
Grace messaged me on Monday that she had the flu and wasn't coming to school, and I decided this was a great chance to talk to her brother. On the bus, I was thinking about what I'd say to him when someone sat down next to me.
Sorry, seats in the back are full.
Holy lady luck! It was Levi! But it seemed like he hadn't recognized me and just started reading a book. Ahem, what you readin'? He turned the cover to me without looking my way. Oh, nice. I've never read that.
Okay, good to know.
Wow, he did seem like a bit of a jerk, but I wasn't giving up yet. If it's good, maybe I'll read it. I'm the girl from the gym, by the way. The one you hit with the basketball.
I know that. I didn't have memory loss. It's just that you're Grace's BFF and she told me to stay away from you.
That's strange. She didn't say anything to me. And why can't we all be friends? Grace was down with some virus and couldn't attend school for 2 weeks, and I ended up spending all my time with Levi. He was gorgeous, but he was also funny and thoughtful, and I just couldn't help liking him. And I had a feeling he liked me too. But when Grace returned, she was furious seeing us together.
So what? You've replaced me with Levi now?
Of course I haven't. You weren't here, and we just started hanging out.
And now you're in love with him, aren't you? Even after what I said? Doesn't take anyone too long to fall in love with Levi. He gets anything he wants.
I was upset that Grace was mad, but I didn't want to give up on Levi either. Later that day, as I was running an errand, I passed by a cafe window and stopped in my tracks. Levi was sitting there with some blonde girl I'd never seen before. He suddenly spotted me, and I started walking away quickly.
Olivia, please stop. It's not what it looks like.
It's none of my business, Levi, so no need to explain. I obviously misread some signs. You should go back to your girlfriend. 2 weeks, and it's time for a new girl. Yeah, just like Grace said.
She said what?
That you're a heartbreaker, and that you change girls faster than clothes, and that I should stay away from you.
Olivia? She made that up. Okay, I went out with her best friend a year ago, but things ended badly between us. She blocked out Grace, too, and moved away. And it broke Grace's heart. In fact, that girl in the cafe is my ex. She's in town and wanted to return some things. You didn't misread any signs. I like you a lot and I was planning to ask you to the winter dates.
I need to talk to Grace first. Okay. I had a heart-to-heart with Grace, and she admitted that she'd lied about Levi.
I know he's a good guy, but I don't want to lose another friend.
Pinky swear, no matter what happens between me and your brother, we'll stay friends forever. We decided to go shopping together for the winter dance, and I found a beautiful blue dress. As I looked in the dressing room mirror, I suddenly took my contacts out and called Grace.
What happened to your eyes?
I told her all about how I'd get whatever I wanted because of my eyes. So my parents made me cover them up.
That is ridiculous. They can't make you do that.
I know, but maybe it hasn't been the worst thing. I got you and Levi, and it has nothing to do with my eyes. But yeah, I think I just want to be myself now. When I got home, I walked into the lounge where my parents were watching TV.
What have you done?
I'm tired of covering up my real eyes. This is who I am, and I won't hide it anymore. I'm done with your controlling nonsense.
You'll do what I say as long as you live under my roof.
Then maybe I won't live under your roof. I went upstairs to gather my things so I could go stay at Grace's house when suddenly Mom came in.
I need to show you something.
She pulled out contacts from her eyes, and they were the brightest blue, just like mine.
Your dad hated the attention I attracted, and after we got married, he made me cover them up. But you're brave to stand up for yourself, and I don't want to let you down again. I'm leaving with you.
We packed our things and left Dad for good. We checked into a hotel until we could find a place. But for the first time, I saw Mom happy and free. The next day, I put on my blue dress for the dance, and Levi came to pick me up.
Grace told me about your eyes. You look beautiful.
You think so?
Yeah. But no matter what color they are, I'd think that anyway.